Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps that I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Down. Strap season. Y'all know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the board. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes, I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up!
If I let my dogs off the leash, you might want to get out of Dodge while they eat me. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind after eating.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your base when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a beast. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes. I'm the kingpin.
What the hell is going on in boxing? What's going on, Ken Clintel 19? What's going on, Yolanda in the building? What's going on, Queen? Good to see you. Bruce, Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. What's happening, my brother? We go way back, but we've been around this boxing community a long time. So let's get some people up in here, man. What's been going on? Long night, man. I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed with Jermell Charlo, but for some reason, it don't have the same effect as the Errol Spence Jr. Bud Crawford fight loss. Because it looked like we're seeing a pattern or a trend or something, that, we can kind of catch on to. If you look, I'm looking at Jermell, man, and I'm just like, bro, looking at his attitude throughout the All Access. And I'm like, why is he so damn docile? It's like somebody had neutered him. It's like all of a sudden he became a rational human being. Now, we know that Jermell Charlo is off the chain, bro. He's a killer. You know what I'm saying? He's ignorant. You know what I'm saying? That's what we loved about him. You know what I'm saying? With the gold tips, you know what I'm saying? Coming in there trying to look like the lion's mane. Something was wrong with the boy. Something was wrong with both of them. Jamal was the one who was always like the level-headed dude, you know what I'm saying? And Jermell was always that crazy Vegeta type of energy, you know what I'm saying? He always gave off. And so you loved that about him because he was wild, man. And then he went into the ring and he always showed his dog. So he gets a fight with a guy that came up with him. Him and Canelo Alvarez are peers, man. You know what I'm saying? Canelo just got the touch he got his arm. Well, Floyd Mayweather put his arms around him, right, and made him, you know what I'm saying, a star. Well, Jermell had to, you know, keep tolling, you know what I'm saying, the regular way. And that's why he was so respected, because he fought all the hard fights at 154. He had to build himself. He didn't have a Mayweather to put his arms around him and give him the golden, you know what I'm saying, path, you know what I'm saying, to big money fights and big network deals, right? So for him, you know what I'm saying, to get this opportunity like this, I was just shocked to see his attitude. But even before that, you know what I'm saying, you could see the way he was always talking about Canelo Alvarez, you know what I'm saying, with such you know, he revered him, you know, like he's the face of boxing. And then he'll turn around and then he'll be like, you know, I could beat Canelo, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he'll be talking all kind of stuff. And he'll go back. So he'll be flip-flopping, you know, because, you know, and people got upset with him because he was saying all these great things about Canelo Alvarez. Like, dog, Canelo left you in the dust, bro, when it came to the marketing and getting all the big fights in the network deals, bro. You should be hungry. You should be really upset that, you know, he got touched by Mayweather and you didn't. You know, so you deserved it just as much. Mayweather can touch more than one person at a time. And, you know, to me, Jermell always showed that he had more stamina. He had more dog than Canelo. He took more risks. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it really kind of like comes down to for me, that Jermell took more risks. You know what I'm saying? He fought better competition because it was more 50-50 type fights. He had to really separate himself out the 154 division. So for Canelo, you know what I'm saying, he was more strategic and handpicking his. And so they built him up like he's this great fighter, right? I mean, he's a good fighter, but let's keep it real, man. His fights are fixed. You know, he got that network deal money. They would not let Canelo lose. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, if you didn't watch that Lubin fight, that was on that, I think it was like the third fight, something like that, second fight maybe. And Lubin looked horrible. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was, let's say he was just putting out just enough boxing. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I thought Ramos won. I thought he won at least 8 rounds, and they gave it to Lubin. Lubin clearly could have outclassed that guy if he wanted to, but his mind was so far gone, right? And so when he won, everybody was like, what the hell is going on here? And then we get the Jermell Charlo fight with Canelo, right? And I'm just like, bro, why is Jermell going in here throwing a couple of little ticky-tack jabs, right? And then taking himself back to the corner with this fake pressure that Canelo was putting on him, right? It's like he wasn't getting hit with no shots going back to the corner. You know, Canelo just duck his head left, right, and walk Canelo back to the corner and get off a couple of haymakers to the body or wherever he could land it. And then it was a performance that was just fake as hell, man. This was just one of the worst acting jobs that I've ever seen. And people was just like, hey man, Charlo, the way, no, it's like, bro, Charlo was fresh. At the end of the fight, he was still fresh, bro. He was still fresh. I mean, he was taking Canelo had them punched himself out. And Canelo almost fell on his own because he was so damn tired. Charlo was just sitting there looking like a stunt, like a crash test dummy. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't know what to do. He probably had too much pride to get knocked, to fall down. People talking about he was fighting like he didn't want to get hit. He went in enough to show you what he can do. He could stop Canelo, because when you stop punching Canelo accurately and you use your jab, and he showed it a few times, and Canelo just stopped going in, but he knew what the script was. He knew what the script was, because Canelo is not about to fight a real fight where somebody's going to lay into him. Somebody, especially with somebody with power, like Jermell Charlo. People say his power did not translate to that weight. I disagree. I think he just got paid off, and he wasn't supposed to you know what I'm saying, like really give Canelo a competitive fight, because what I saw right there, he was taking himself back to give Canelo opportunities to score, right? You know what I'm saying? Because none of those punches, you know what I'm saying, like when he was jabbing Jermell, taking him back, you know what I'm saying, he went back on his own, bro. I didn't see nothing, no kind of pressure, nothing that Canelo hit him with that made him go backwards, bro. He did that all on his own. And then, you know what I'm saying, it's like Canelo only threw single shots, bro. He didn't even punch in combination. So Charlo didn't really have a lot to fear. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see no fear on his eyes. All I saw was, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting paid. Let me go out here and do what I got to do to get it over with. And his brother was over there happy that his brother was getting paid. And them boys, they're emotional. I brought up the time when they fought together. And that was the night that Jermell lost to Tony Harrison. And then your boy Jamal almost lost to Matt Carball, or whatever his name was. And them boys are so passionate about winning, right? You know what I'm saying? So you could tell that they're attached to the hip. But in this fight, it was just business, bro. They were just happy to get paid. You saw Jamal down there smiling, even though his brother lost. You saw Jermell up there happy, clapping, you know what I'm saying, for Canelo. I'm like, bro, you saw how docile he was in the all access. What is going on in boxing, y'all? It's like, is boxing real or is it fake? I'm just trying to. I mean, I thought the shit was fake as hell, bro. I thought it was fake. I really did, and I don't want it to be, but I mean, I don't mind my boy going out there getting beat, but don't go out there faking it, bro. And that's what I think. That's what I think happened. What's going on, Grease with Fire in the building? He says, salute Pool. He says, shit's horrible. He says, feel fixed clearly. Yeah, it looked like it was completely fixed. He said Jermell didn't come to fight. He just wanted to survive 12 rounds. He said Derrick James gave him a terrible game plan. Derrick James should have trained Jermell to mix it up and take more chances. I don't think it was a real fight, bro. I really don't. I don't think it was real. I don't even think that was a game plan, because Jermell didn't need no training to do that. He wasn't intimidated of Canelo at all. I mean, that wasn't even like a game plan, bro. He just went out there and just threw a couple of ticky-tack jabs. That looked like a setup, bro. That looked like a straight fixed job. It's almost like it was in the contract. He couldn't punch Canelo but so many times per round. Let's see. So these guys are taking dives. Even Eric took a dive by fighting injured for the bag. He said these dudes culture is anything. These dudes culture is anything for the bag. No pride, no principle. And I agree with that, Greeks for Five. I really do. I agree with that. I think these guys are laying down. I think they're taking dives, and I think they're going about it the wrong way. They've built themselves up far too long, fighting some really good fights just to sell your name, and I think that's what happened. Jannard Hill says the only thing Jermell did was throw a probing jab, circle in the ring, and back up against the ropes. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't think that's fixed, bro? I mean, you really think that Canelo forced that? Canelo, if you know anything about boxing, Canelo, he didn't do anything to back him into the ropes. You know what I'm saying? There was no punches, bro. It was all bouncing head side to side and all that. Jermell didn't even throw enough jabs to try to back Canelo off. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was just no reason for him to be going backwards. Even when Canelo couldn't throw a punch or wouldn't throw a punch, and they were sitting in front of each other in the mid-range, and Canelo wasn't doing nothing, Jermell wasn't throwing no punches, bro. So this tells me he was paid off. You know what I'm saying? He was paid off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was just too obvious. He didn't do a good enough acting job, bro. And Canelo couldn't handle him, because when he did get hit, he was just taking it. You know what I'm saying? He was just taking it on the head, taking it to the body, and standing there toe-to-toe at the end there. And Canelo was exhausted trying to mug him and try to do. Jermell was too big for him, bro. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, bro, go down, do something. You know what I'm saying? You showing that you just too big for this dude. You know what I'm saying? And you the one who came up 2 weight classes. It's like people can't see that this is a fixed fight, bro. Canelo was exhausted out there. He was gassed out. And Jermell wouldn't throw any punches. Anytime he had to be careful not to hurt Canelo. He had to be careful because he was going to fuck up the bag. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad Canelo has gotten. He's throwing single shots. He's not throwing in combinations. Make it believable. You know what I'm saying? He's not throwing in combination. He's throwing single shot, and you think you're gonna win like that? You think Jermell ain't more active than that, bro? You think he afraid of a guy who can't come across the ring and throw in combinations? Are you serious? Some of you dudes, man. I mean, oh man, some of you dudes, man. Y'all want to believe anything. Y'all really want to believe that Canelo is this great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really want to believe that. I can see that. He didn't even look like he wasn't trying. I mean, and it wasn't because of it was what was in the contract. Because to me, I say now Canelo knows what kind of fighter Jermell Charlo is. Why would he sign up for that? Because Jermell, he's on the money train. And I'm telling you something. Look out for David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Because if that fight, that's the only way that fight is going to happen if he agree to lay down for Canelo. That's the only way that fight's going to happen. Canelo, he shows you how he moves, right? Who he's not going to fight. He didn't fight Jermell. He didn't fight Jamal all those years ago because them guys were athletic. They was too good, bro. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to fight Demetrius Andrade because they moved too much. You know what I'm saying? They would have outboxed them. You seen what Laura did to him. You see what Trout almost did to him. You definitely Jermell and Jamal would have done that back to him in the day, especially when they were really rocking the arrogance. You know what I'm saying? The way they was back then, you know. So the only way you're going to see Canelo in a fight is if they sign on that money train. And what's going on with these goddamn gray gloves, man? What's the deal with that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like looking at that. I'm like, so this is Jamal to Canelo, me next, you know, so I could act better. Exactly. You know, Spirit, exactly. You know, what you say, Janard here says, he says Charlo was really fresh. Polk County said Charlo didn't have any bruises. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like, bro, boxing is a joke right now. And what's really hurting me is that it's PBC that's doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? People, you know what I'm saying? You know, I always, you know, say had a soft spot for PBC because of Al Heyman and the fighters. But we getting this at the PBC? You know what I'm saying? That this is supposed to be the last place. This place where real boxing is supposed to be happening. But Canelo brings a lot of prestige to the PBC. You know what I'm saying? His name brings a lot of status to any network that he goes through to. And they're catering to Canelo right now. And these fighters, they've been wanting that Canelo bag for years. And now that Canelo has brought the bag to the hood, you know what I'm saying? It's like they jumping on that money train. They jumping on it, man. He said, Greece, he said, don't discredit EJ because he had problems during the camp and still agreed to go out on the shield and give him. I'm kind of pissed with EJ too on that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we are paying money. We're paying top dollar, you know, to see these guys at their best. I don't want to see a guy come in there, you know what I'm saying? If a you know, a dog done bit his leg, or he done got shot in the leg like Jose Benavidez, right? I don't want to see a guy come in there half a guy. You know what I'm saying? I want to know these things, you know what I'm saying? I want to know what's going on. We want to see champions at their best. We don't want to see champions at their worst. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Game Time NP? He says, don't think it was fixed. He said you could hear the punches Canelo was hitting Charlo with. His defense was on point. He says Charlo punches slow. Canelo man, all them telegraph punches, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jermell don't even fight like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then that overhand he knocked down Jermell Charlo was, man, that shit was ridiculous. He looked right at it. He watched him when he threw it so he could brace for it. This shit is ridiculous. He says Charlo was fighting on cruise control the whole night. So he never changed levels. Jermell fought in spurts the whole night. He says the knockdown looked fake too. That's what I'm saying. During the replay, yeah, he braced for the impact. He looked right through his guard, looked at Canelo, telegraphed that overhand right, and he decided to go down. It wasn't, it wasn't even a delay. How you gonna have a delayed reaction on a punch that you brace for? You know what I'm saying? I'm like looking at the replay and he's looking right at the damn punch. I'm like, bro. I mean, I'm so goddamn disgusted with this fight. It's just ridiculous, man. It's a smooth Shafo says salute Pool and everyone. He says I knew it was a fixed fight from round one. Nobody threw a punch for 30 seconds. And it's not just that. It's the ebb and flow of it. It was like a one-way sparring session. And we know Jermell got dog. I mean, even if he was going to go out on his shield, bro, you know what I'm saying? That bullshit right there, that was not convincing at all. It was just too many spots in there where he was going back to the ropes. And we know that Canelo, he scores when you're on the rope. He don't really score a lot when you're in the middle of the ring. You know what I'm saying? He scores when you put your back against the rope. And Jermell went there for him plenty of times. And I was like, why is he going back to the ropes? Canelo haven't hit him with shit. And then at the beginning of every round, Canelo would slap him with a damn left hook. You know what I'm saying? You're like, why? How are you open? Jermell always keeps his guard up. You know what I'm saying? How are you getting slapped with open left hooks, bro? You know what I'm saying? At the beginning of every round, at some point at one round, you'll be like, okay, Canelo's gonna come out and jab me in the face. You know what I'm saying? So I need to have my guard up. You know what I'm saying? So none of that happened. He got jabbed in the face at the top of every round. So yeah, use your common sense. You don't have to believe what I believe. You know what I'm saying? And I don't hate you if you don't believe what I believe, but I'm just telling you, it was just pretty obvious. It was pretty obvious to me. He says, game time, MP says, Canelo was huge last night. He said, you could literally hear every punch. He said, just don't think power transfers. He said, he looked like he was supposed to. Laugh out loud. That's why Crawford win is suspicious. And I mean, for one, for Canelo to be operating on that level, you know what I'm saying, and that active, he was on juice. That dude, he gasses out after he throw a flurry, and by the end of that round, you could see that Jermell could have finished him if he all he had to do was just put some combinations together, because Canelo was so damn tired. He was trying to mug and wrestle the man. You know what I'm saying? He was so damn tired by the end of that fight. Jermell was still fresh, bro. I mean, he was just like Canelo was falling all over him and trying to hold. I'm like, bro, please stop this fight, bro. This fight is an exhibition of bullshit. LSX Noah says, he said since that Bud and Spence fight, I'll never buy another. I'm thinking the same thing, man. I'm right with you. Grease says, nah. He says, Eric did us dirty and supported. He said, I lost money because he wanted the bag instead of wanting to win at all costs. He says, Errol wanted the bag at all costs. I think so too. I think he just wanted the bag. He should have, did his due diligence and did his responsibility. Hey man, let's postpone the fight. He would have caught a lot of shit for that. He would have caught a lot of shit from us, because we don't know that he had a real injury. Nobody knew that shit. Everybody's they're ready for the fight. You know what I'm saying? This fight, the fight, has been anticipated for years and years, man. And nobody don't want to hear that. Nobody really don't want to hear that, bro. He says, Fire Stick, he said, these fights don't waste your hard-earned paper, man. I know, man. This is, and I brought every fight, man. So that's something that I do. I be trying to support fighters, but I can't get with this. I can't go, like they said, like Harlan Note said, I can't go for that. No, can't do. I can't do it, bro. I can't go for that bullshit. He says, smooth shuffle. Damn, I can't even shuffle for sure. I think that's what it should be for sure. Says Canelo can't never get better from Floyd. Do still fight the same. Yeah, I mean, come on now. Let's look at the fight. Canelo, what did he really do to back Jermell up against the ropes? He didn't do nothing. He just he wasn't even really feigning. That's the thing. Canelo wasn't even really fainting like that to get him back into the, you got to put a punch on a fighter. And then how are you able to load up from California to New Jersey and land your punches, bro. How you able to do that? You shouldn't be able to do that to a professional fighter, bro. But Canelo is. I mean, and then he be styling with it too. He be leaning into the shit like, bro, if you don't get out of here with that bullshit, he looking like he's fighting like them Hollywood actors that get into the fist fights. You know what I'm saying? And one take a turn and the other one take a turn. And it's always like they get to lean into their punches and it's always accurate as hell and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I mean, look at the hook on this picture. Look at the hook that he's throwing, you know what I'm saying, against Jermell here on the ropes and stuff. It's like, man, come on. It's like, look at that wide ass hook. Oh my God, bro. That was just some really bad acting going on. He says Errol at least tried to fight while injured. He said Jermell avoided winning at all costs. I think he was paid to lay down. I mean, I don't know why y'all missing that part. Canelo brings a lot of money. You win more money. You win more money than winning with another opponent you can beat than losing with Canelo Alvarez. You make more money winning in your own fight. Let's say he fought Tim Tszyu, right, at 154. If he fought Tim Tszyu at 154 and he won, right, you know what I'm saying, he wouldn't make as much money as he would losing against Canelo Alvarez. So it's a money train that Canelo brings. Canelo brings a lot of money from the networks. So they're not going to let him lose, especially when you got another fight. It's just Jermell signed his name up for the bullshit. He signed his name. He didn't have a lot to lose. Think about it. Kell Brook, you know what I'm saying? When he was IBF champion, he went up to 160 to fight Triple G, right? If he lose, it's no harm, no foul. The only problem was he got his damn orbital bone crushed, you know what I'm saying? And then went back down to 147, and Errol Spence Jr. crushed his orbital bone too, his other orbital bone. So the problem is, like, when fighters go up 2 weight classes, they got to build an excuse, you know what I'm saying, if they lose, you know what I'm saying? So he might as well go up there and make that bag. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's not a threat to Canelo. He's not a threat to the name and the brand. And the brand is still safe over at the PBC. So they can continue on now with the next fight. And I just think it's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? I really hate this shit because I just spent $84.99 on some bullshit. He said, I'm 100% sure Floyd can come out of retirement and beat Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about now. You know what I'm saying? Them legs, that nigga got his grandson up in his lap. Now, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But he definitely be competitive, maybe. I don't know. That, you know, I know Canelo will probably do super juice to get that fight, to get that win. He says he definitely took a dive. Body language don't lie. Tony Harrison went to Australia and took a dive. I think so too. They skills, man. The skills ain't showing up in the fight. You know, say when you watch boxers as closely as we do, and we watch the film, I mean, Castano put way more pressure on Jermell Charlo than Canelo Alvarez. He put more pressure on Jermell Charlo than Canelo Alvarez did in that fight. That's pressure. What Canelo do is faking. What Canelo do when he I mean, did you see at long points in the fight where Canelo stood in front of Jermell with his hands down, bro, and he just tried it up in there. He was doing like some kind of little playful little trot on the inside, or he was stalking him. He wasn't even throwing no punches. He wasn't even hitting Jermell with nothing. He was just stalking him, bro. And I was just like, bro, what are we looking at right now? What is going on right now? And then it just hit me. I was like, hey, this man done laid his ass down, man, for this money train. Let's say he says, calm down and relax. His boxing has not been real since the old days of Mike Tyson. Boxing is a money extractor of unknowledgeable fans. Is your eyes are not open. He said, I won't buy another fight again. Fool me once, not again. I understand, bro. I'm pissed off too. What's going on, Charles Young? He says that whole camp, including Derrick James, need a vacation. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a vacation, bro. I just think, you know, these guys are falling victim to the money. You know what I'm saying? to the money of boxing. You know what I'm saying? They messing up. They don't already build their names up. Now they selling their names. He says, Spirit says, that makes sense, especially to a guy coming up 2 weight classes in his first fight in the contract. Exactly. What's going on, Jeff? In the building, my brother. What's happening? He says, Slew Pool chat, Benavidez wouldn't lay down, and that's why he ain't going to get the damn fight. That's why he ain't going to get the fight. He said, Pool, you've been robbed without a gun at your head. Hey, man. Hey, I love boxing, man. But, hey, just like EJ wanted undisputed, you know what I'm saying? I want a boxing match with integrity, man. And sometimes you're gonna get beat by the powers that be, right? Because you don't know what's real or what's fake, man. It's like, dude, come out there and fight consistently. You know, come out there and show. If you're a tiger, you know what I'm saying? Stay a tiger, bro. Don't come out there, you know, fighting some crane style or fighting some dragon or monkey style. You know what I'm saying? If you've been fighting tiger your entire career, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden now you fight. You don't forgot how to fight in the tiger style. And so I'm looking at Jermell. I'm like, bro, you don't forgot how to fight. I'm like, you sitting there and you're not throwing punches, and you don't even, your jab is crispy and beautiful, and your jab look like you pulling your jab. You just throwing a little tic tac, and you know they're looking at this shit like Canelo is just so great, man. Canelo, look how he cuts off the ring. I'm just like, Canelo look like he's conserving his strength. He looked like he's gonna try to win this fight throwing one punch around, while he got like a Jermell Charlo who's already signed a contract to lay down. I said, that's what this looked like. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think Jermell might have cracked him a couple of times, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? That's why Canelo's running. Yeah, Benavidez, like you said, that's why Canelo's running from Benavidez. Yeah, he's not fit to sign up for that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez is a real one. That's why I love the Mexican Monster. He says Tony got his ass whipped. Yeah, Tony laid his ass. He laid down, bro. He ain't, you know, either that or he just ain't happy no more. Either way, he didn't look like the skillful fighter that fought Jermell Charlo. Those skills wasn't there. Styler Addison says, I think that's why he didn't pull out. He said because he didn't want to disappoint the fans, and he knew the vitriol he receives. That people say he ducked when he knows he's a dog. You know. Yeah, I mean, I think it had more to do with the money. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, when you listen to the fighters, they be talking about generational wealth, and then I cringe when I hear generational wealth from a fighter now. You know what I'm saying? Because that means we're about to get some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, he was telling when he was standing up in front of Crawford during the weigh-in, he was like, you know, we're about to make this money. I'm like, what? We're about to make this money? Bro, what is going on with this, you know, being cordial shit? You know, I don't want to see fighters, you know, be cordial. I want to see a little, you know what I'm saying? I want to see a little animosity. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a little, you know, hey, you know, I'm going to beat you in the ring type of situation. You know, I'm tired of seeing these guys, you know, oh, he's great. His career is great. And he's made a name for himself. He's a legend. I don't want to hear that. You know, I don't want to hear that. And like, they're comparing his skill to my skill. Are you crazy? Man, I'm the best. I'm the best that there ever is. This is my ear. That's what I want to hear. You know, too much cordial shit going on. And then when Jermell was spending time with his kid and splitting time, you know, going home, spending time with the child and swimming and fishing and doing, I was like, oh shit. And I was saying it in my live streams, you know, even before that, I say, I hope he don't get this fight and act like a fan. Come up there and act like he's just happy to get paid, you know what I'm saying, and then lay his ass down. But something tells me he signed up on that Canelo money train. That makes sense. The only reason Canelo would take a fight like that. we've seen how he ran for years from competition. So I don't know why his fans and people act like they don't know. You know what I'm saying? He's ran for years from competition. So I'm trying to see why they trying to act like this dude is all of a sudden Superman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the fighters already know. The fighters already know what he is. He says, yes, I be hitting him with his hands down. I'm like, yeah. I mean, it ain't even that. He was able to just do what he wanted to do in the ring. I'm talking about when you're able to just trot with your arms down and stalk a guy, that's because, he's not punching back. You know he's not for to punch you. You know he's not going to beat you. I seen maybe a couple of times where Canelo was like, kind of like, whoa. I'm saying, wait a minute now. You signed a contract, my nigga. Now, don't try to flex on me and shit. Don't try to break the contract now. We'll have your ass sued. Now, this is Eli Peters TV says Canelo wasn't supposed to be doing all that showing off and play for trotting. Laugh out loud. Mel got mad at him and got mad at him with a hard shot. And Mel was like, wow, this nigga going overboard. Exactly. Y'all saw that? If you was watching the fight, it was a point in there when Canelo was doing all this little trotting and shit, and Charlo whacked him a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? Like, pow. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about his power didn't translate. My boy was playing a script last night. He was playing a serious script, He says, Grease with Fire says, Benavidez is not laying down for nobody. I hope not. He's almost like the last samurai up in this thing, man. He's the last honorable guy, you know what I'm saying? He's hold down the code of Bushido. But he's looking for a Canelo fight too. Now, if you get that Canelo fight, I mean, if you see Benavidez get a Canelo fight, you already know what it is. Or they're gonna be looking for Morrell, David Morrell to knock off David Benavidez. Somebody's gonna sign on for this 15 mil or 20 mil. Somebody gonna sign up to sell their name. And Canelo right now, he just got access to power of the business of boxing. And he can write the terms and he can buy the names. And I mean, think about it. If you was in the position of Jermell Charlo, you know what I'm saying? And you already got undisputed at 154, so that's done. You know what I'm saying? That accolade is already in the books. So now all you have to do is move up to 168 and go make your money. That shit make all the sense in the world, even though it's shitty for boxing fans because you don't want to think that a fighter that went through what Jermell Charlo fighting Rosario, fighting, Lubin and fighting, you know what I'm saying? All these guys, man, Castano, Tony Harrison, so you don't want to think that guy, would sell his name, he would have too much pride or he had too, believe in his fans. I mean, or look out for the fans that believe in him, right? That he would go up there and sell his goddamn name, bro. And make a bag, and he did, and I think that's what he did, man. I mean, the way he felt, I think he should have made it more believable. I think he should have just went out there, went all out, and then got knocked out. I think that would have been more believable. I was like, then we would have had egg on our face this morning. We'd have been like, damn, man, that's fucked up, man. Canelo is just that dude. He's just that dude. He was just better. But from what we saw last night, he was a punching bag, bro. He was a punching bag from a guy with single shots who could barely make it cross the ring. You know what I'm saying? To do it. By round 8, Canelo looked like he looked like he was a slug. Jermell had to stop coming to him at the end of the round because Canelo was so damn tired. It's like, boss, what I do now, boss? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, this shit is ridiculous, man. Boxing has gotten, if you got to watch the fights, bro. You know what I'm saying? To a lot of people. I mean, I know it's obvious to us who watch film and stuff on these guys and stuff, and you see how they move and see how they throw and see how they move around the ring, see what they like to do in the ring. And that's not Jermell. Jermell didn't get hit with nothing, you know what I'm saying, to make him react the way he was reacting. You know what I'm saying? It's like He wasn't even scared. His brother was happy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, these guys are super emotional. You know, they super competitive. And he knew what it was. That's because his brother knew what time it was. He knew what his brother had done, you know. So it's just weird that they could sell you on all this pride and lions only and what's his name, Big Fish, and they sold us on all that. But it's like when it comes time, you got to make the right decision, man. Like for Errol, if you hurt, you know what I'm saying, don't go through with the fight because nobody wants to see half of you, bro. So everybody want to pay to see you in top form. We want to see champions in top form. We don't want to see no dives and fights. And I think that's what your boy did. You know what I'm saying? I think he showed it. Everybody was like, what's wrong with Jermell Charlo? What's wrong with him? They said, why is he being so nice? Why is he spending time with his kid when he should be training? You know what I'm saying? Like Sean Porter, when he was working out in his front yard and shit and doing interviews for PBC all over the place when he should have been training for Terrence Crawford. Just didn't make no damn sense. Oh, man, that goddamn Ramos fight. Oh, man. You know. That damn Ramos fight. You know, I thought he won it. I thought Ramos won. You know, I don't know how in the hell Eric Lubin won that fight. I mean, you know, Eric Lubin, I thought he got outworked. I thought Eric Lubin just cruised through that fight. I think Ramos outworked him. You know, when they say he won, I was so disappointed, bro. And you know, I'm going for Lubin. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Lubin fan, bro. But I thought Lubin lost that fight clearly by a wide margin, at least eight rounds. He let off the gas on the end, but I thought your boy did enough to win it. But because he wasn't nobody, they allowed your boy to go ahead and pull it off, and he was so happy. He didn't think he won it. You know what I'm saying? If you look at when they was announcing the the tally at the end of doing the scorecards, he really didn't think he won that shit either. He surely didn't. And he was so surprised. He was so happy. You know, so everybody was like, the whole crowd was like, what the hell is this? He says, Pooh, do you think Ramos? Yeah, I think he got robbed. You know what I'm saying? But I think he got robbed because Lubin was trying to do the least. You know, I don't think he could. I don't think he's in Lubin league. But I just think Lubin's tried to cruise through it, and he did, and he got. It's almost like he knew he was going to win the fight. Calm down and relax. Said, what happened to? Oh my God, bro! What happened to Ugas, bro? Man, what happened to Ugas, man? Ugas turned old on us. Looked like Barrios, man. His skills and shit was just on another level. The jab, the shit he was doing with the jab, turning the jab into a hook, short hook, up jab. I mean, he was just beating it. He was doing everything to Ugas. I mean, Ugas got hurt with a jab, man, and his face and that scar tissue really showed up in this fight. You know, all the battles he's had over the years. You know what I'm saying? I think the fight with he had with Errol Jr. really took a lot out of Ugas. It took a lot out of him, man, because Ugas is a warrior, man, and he done had so many battles. And he just looked like an old warrior. And Barrios was huge, man. He was energized. He was fast. You know what I'm saying? And he was going to Ugas' body. I mean, man, he was just beating him to the punch. Ugas, you know what I'm saying? At first, Ugas was he was catching everything Barrios was doing. And he was looking real slick at that. But at some point, and he even hurt Barrios to the body. You know, a couple of times, but it was that youth and vitality, you know what I'm saying, over a span of time. I'll say about round 7, maybe 7, 6, 7. That's when the tide really was turning, you know what I'm saying, where it was just one-sided to me. And Ugas, he got in his licks. It's just his power. He never did have a lot of power. He had a lot of slickness, you know, and he had a lot of good punch placement. You know what I'm saying? And he goes to the body. So anybody get hit You get hit 5 times to the body. I don't care if you got power or not. You know, so you get hit in the same place repeatedly. You're gonna start getting hurt. And I think he hurt Barrios, but Barrios, he was just too much. I mean, whoever his new trainer is, you know what I'm saying? He must be got that Bomac, shit, you know what I'm saying? Because from what I'm hearing, Barrios is with Snack. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what the hell they got over there in them snacks over there, but I think everybody need to get a hold of that snack product, because they done amped it up a little bit, and you can see it in Barrios' performances. He destroyed Ugas. But Ugas, you know, he gave a good account of an old warrior. He just looked like he turned old overnight. But I was impressed with Barrios. I was impressed. Yeah, he got beat bad, bro. I mean, his face fell apart. You know, it's his face. They even looked at his eye. The doctor went over there. I'm surprised that this really should have been a stoppage. I'm surprised that they let it go for that last round. Because the surgeon actually admitted that that's what I'm trying to tell them, Spirit. You know, they people hear what they want to hear. You know, the Crusher told you. You know what I'm saying? They helped him out. They paid off his little court problems when he beat up that lady dog, and he beat that lady up, and it beat down. That's how bad the Crusher. You got to be a mean dude to not only beat up, you know what I'm saying, a woman for one. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a special kind of weirdo as a man to beat up a woman, then to beat up the dog too, bro. I mean, what the dog do? You know what I'm saying? The dog was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? The Crusher knocked the dog out, bro. That don't make no damn sense. You know what I'm saying? But they helped him out of that situation because he looked like he was about to go down for that. And all of a sudden, he got a fight with Canelo Alvarez, and you know what I'm saying, he threw the fight, man. You know what I'm saying? So to me, look like that's something these fighters, you know what I'm saying, that's an option for them. You know, you used to feel like, you know, a fighter had too much pride to do some crap like that, man, or had too much integrity. Now these fighters don't care. Today, you can see it in society. It's all about getting the bag, you know, screw your feelings. You know, it's all about, hey, I got to get this money, you know. He says, calm down, like, wow. He says, if I was a betting man, he says, Ugas would have been my choice. He was my choice. You know what I'm saying? I chose Ugas. I thought Ugas was going to go out there and out slick him. But shit, Barrios, he came in like a Super Saiyan, and he turned up on him, man. He was smiling at Ugas. He was laughing at Ugas, man. I was like, wow. He was laughing at Ugas. And you know, Ugas got in some good. He got some good overhand rights in. He got in some good. It's just that he just didn't have that pop, and he couldn't consistently keep it up. He said, and he was connecting less and less in the fight, even though every now and then he would have a spurt or two. But his face was just destroyed, man. It's like, Ugas, that was bad. That was bad. Yeah. I don't know how to say your name. It's C-M. He says that Ugas' face was destroyed. I was like, he need to retire. I think he just got too much scar tissue. Can he beat some of the lower ranked people? I think so, but I don't think it's worth it, tell you the truth. You want to leave, you know what I'm saying, when you're relatively healthy. He's 37 years old, and his time is done. You know, now we're starting to see the old guard. You know what I'm saying? All our gatekeepers and stuff. And Eric Lubin kind of said something about people calling him a gatekeeper. He didn't like it. But if you're a gatekeeper, bro, you're a gatekeeper. If you don't want to be a gatekeeper, win some of the top fights. You know what I'm saying? And people wouldn't consider you a gatekeeper anymore. So, you know, it just is what it is, bro. You know, you're going to have to go out there and you're going to have to get it from the mud. You know, ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. And then if you show you keep on with performances like Eric Lubin did last night, you're gonna stay a gatekeeper. But I was tripping on the broadcast guy. I forgot what that guy. He got the Morning Combat Show, and he was on there with the prelims, and he told dude that his teeth looked like a rotten jack-o'-lantern. And I was like, bro, am I the only person that heard that? I was driving back from Wyoming, and I heard that shit. That shit had me rolling, bro. He said, your teeth look like a rotten jack-o'-lantern. And I was like, oh my God, bro. I said, did I just hear this? You know what I'm saying? Did my ears, you know what I'm saying, deceive me? Oh my God, bro. And dude was like, you can come after me, but be careful. Like he's gonna report him to HR or something. I was like, wow, this dude here, cutthroat. Charles Young, he says, what's going on, Fernando? He says, haters would always hate. He said, I never heard so many Canelo haters. Yeah, I hate him. I tell you straight up. He says, pretty sad that people have channels and conflate hate with a real boxing analyst. You know, I'm not a boxing analyst, bro. I'm a boxing fan. So if you want boxing analyzation, I suggest that you go to a channel that does that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a boxing fan, see. You know what I'm saying? I work for a living. You know what I'm saying? I don't be on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, 247. You know what I'm saying? If I did, you know what I'm saying, you know, I would be telling you that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a boxing fan just like you. So if you don't want to be here, bro, you know what I'm saying, you can exit to the left. You know, I'm just telling you what I think. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to agree with it. So, you know, I mean, I feel you, you know what I'm saying, that people hate Canelo, but Canelo got set up fights, bro. And if you can't see that, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry that you don't see that. This shit is fixed, bro. I mean, he does the same thing in every fight. He does the same thing, bro. Fake pressure. Go back to the ropes. Let me score these little body shots. Catch you going out to the left or the right. Not really putting any combinations together. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Get out of here, bro. That's a play. That's a set play book. That's an arrangement, bro. Come on now. You know, Canelo ain't have to make no adjustments, bro. Nothing. That dude just walked around the ring, threw a couple of jabs, and let Canelo punch him on the ropes. Tell me anything that happened different in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Besides the telegraph overhand knockdown. And Jermell didn't even look wobble. He just sitting up there looking like he don't know how to read a sentence on the damn chalkboard in school and shit. And I'm like, bro, come on, will you stop? And then it looked like he decided to go down on one knee. I'm like, bro, if you don't stop, PBC wants Canelo to win his fights, and Charlo understood it. Well, I think he signed up for that. That's why he got the fight. Since when have Canelo signed up for a competitive fight? He's running from David Benavidez as it is. He's running from his division. I mean, does that mean anything to any of his fans? He's running from his entire division to pull a dude up from two weight class. That's because nobody's trying to sign up for the money deal up there at 168. Nobody wants to say, hey man, Canelo fight you, but you got to lay down. You got to lay down for him. You know what I'm saying? And nobody at 168 is trying to take that deal. I bet you that they offered Demetrius Bivol, you know what I'm saying, the same deal. And Demetrius like, hell no. He said, you know, I'll fight you at 168, but we're going to fight a fair fight. And is Canelo fighting Demetrius Bivol, a dude that beat him easily? Is he fighting Demetrius Bivol? No, he took his shit to the PBC. So he took the circus, I'm gonna call it, to the PBC. That's what he did. He took it straight to the PBC. And whoever wanted to sign up for that money train, that's who got the fight. And you want to make 20 million? You know what I'm saying? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Bivol was the last real Canelo fight, and he got smoked. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He don't be doing nothing special in the fight. If he did something special in the fight, man, you know what I'm saying, I'd be like, damn, man, Canelo is good. You know what I'm saying? Look at that pressure, man. Look at what he did, the jabs, man. He you know what I'm saying, he rattled him back with the jab. You know what I'm saying? He funneled him into the left hook. Or, you know what I'm saying? He don't be doing none of that shit. He throwing single shots, bro. Throwing single shots and doing, rocking his head back and forth and trotting around. And I'm like, bro, y'all think that's real? Y'all think that's real? I was like, man, you must be not, you don't watch boxing, bro. What's going on, PGH Big Dog in the building, my brother? What's happening? PGH Big Dog in the building. Calm down and relax, He says, Mayweather said it's in it. Yeah. I think that's I think that's starting to like ring out. It's entertainment. So we haven't had a competitive boxing match for years. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. He says no different than Creed. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about. This shit is entertainment, bro. And it's like it done got to the point where it's not a competitive sport anymore. It's about money. It's about selling names. It's about promoting, you know what I'm saying, building a champion and, promoting the popularity. It's like building up popularity and, you know what I'm saying, in a fighter. And so, that shit wasn't convincing to me. PGA Big Dog said, Charlo never laid it all on the line. Some BS. Glad I ain't paid for that crap. I did. They got my $84.99. Smooth for show says, yeah, he says, I peeped that Charlo hit that nigga a couple of times, like, chill out. Exactly. I peeped that too. He bust him a couple of times, and Canelo was like, whoa, wait a minute. Remember the contract. Now, don't get your pride. Your pride. Look like Jermell was struggling with his pride in there. I ain't finna lie to you. It looked like he was struggling because he knew he had to take that L. He was struggling. Trust me. If you've been a champion for that long, you giving up your reputation over years of building. Many training camps, a lot of close wins, a lot of sacrificing away from your family just to sell your name for this sucker. To come along, that system, that the system is behind. Canelo has beaten boxing, as far as the politics, as far as the judges, as far as the sanctioning bodies. He's beyond it. This man just took a loss and he didn't even run it back. And it's just like he has his own atmosphere, his own environment, bro, where he's just his own system in itself. Canelo is boxing, today in the modern era of boxing, and they're not going to let the cash cow take a loss. They're not going to feed him to Benavidez. Benavidez might as well go ahead and fight David Morrell Jr. or fight Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade and go ahead and make that fight happen. Because Canelo, unless he sign up, he ain't getting that fight. He says if Benavidez or Andre gets the Canelo fight and start acting different, we already know what it takes to fight Canelo Alvarez. I don't understand. We've seen at times people with 2-week training camps, like Callum Smith, training. He got to fight his sparring partner for 2 major sanctioning belts. Said nobody bats an eye. Oh, that's Canelo. He get to do what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody else got to do it the hard way. Everybody else, they getting froze out because this guy is out here gaining belts. Demetrius Andrade, he was supposed to fight Billy Joe Saunders. They stopped that from happening, didn't they? When he all of a sudden tested positive for some steroid, right? But that put him in line to fight for Canelo to get the belt for 168 undisputed. So y'all got to watch this stuff. I was about to send a link about this guy who set up so many championship fights. He set up the fight with Peter, what is his name? Peely, when he fought Tyson. He set up that fight and he talks about it. I'm going to send the link. I'm going to put it in my community page on YouTube. He talked about how fights are being set up. How he said he set up 100 fights. Over 100 fights he set up and stuff. And it's I just hate it, man, but it's happening. And we're seeing it right before our eyes. He says Charlo was pulling. That's what I'm telling you, Steve X. He was pulling punches. I was like, bro, he is tapping Canelo. And you can see when he put the jab out there, he was just putting a little bit. It was like I said, it was like a sparring session. We paid $84.99 for a sparring session, bro. And one guy was told, hey, man, you can't beat Canelo now. You got to go out there and take this L, man. And that's what it looked like. Because I was like, why is he going back? I'm like asking myself during the fight, if you go back and look at the live stream of the fight, I'm like, why is he going backwards, bro? And then when he would stand his ground, Canelo, he would hesitate. He was here. Wait a minute, what were you trying to do here? What are you trying to do now? That ain't part of the script. You got to go back to the ropes so I can hit you to the body. You know what I'm saying? You got to go back to the ropes. I'll give you one over the top. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it wasn't nothing creative about the fight. The shit wasn't, it wasn't nothing you haven't seen Canelo do in every other fight. It's like he didn't have to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Go back to the ropes, hit you to the body. It was a boring fight. And Jermell, he just looked like he played his role to make Canelo look good. You know, smooth social. Yeah, he says the look at Mel face said it all. He said Canelo is trash, and he was tired by round 7. The joint like Rocky. Yeah, I mean he looked like he was exhausted, bro. I mean all Jermell had to do was put a few combinations together, and he would have had Canelo looking like Bivol. You know what I'm saying? All he had to do was put a couple combinations together. He didn't even put no combinations together. To tell you the truth, he was telegraphing his punches. He was missing by a country mile. You know what I'm saying? Swinging wildly. You know what I'm saying? When he knew Canelo could see it, and so he could dodge it. I'm just like, bro, this is the fakest fight that I have ever seen. He says, yeah, I don't like Canelo much. That's why y'all so pressed over Charlo's loss. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that means, man. It's like these dudes, they want to troll, and the trolling don't even mean nothing no more. He say, you know, crying, and man, y'all, man, come on, man. Let's get these dudes up out of here, bro. It's like Canelo fake, bro. What's going on, Robert Emily Jones? Canelo fake as hell, bro. He said, where's the pride for a fan base? Exactly. Man, Canelo fake as shit, man. He been fake, though. He said, what's good? What's good, Pool and Pan? I see you, Robert Emily Jones. Welcome back. Man, this is depressing for boxing. Alex Shear Jones, what's going on, my brother? He said Lubin was running and barely counter. Exactly. And you know, and I was like, but the brothers were saying, my brother King Judah was saying, man, Lubin was beating him, and he was like, he saw all this activity. And I was like, what are you looking at, bro? I'm like, I'm calling this shit round by round. And I was like trying to really root Lubin on. And I was like, why are you not punching, bro? And what's his name? Ramos was coming in. He was hitting him with goddamn jabs. He was pushing him up against the ropes, going to the body, doing that uppercut the middle. And I'm like, Eric, you can't keep going back to the ropes. And this went on through about round 4 to round 5. Eric Lubin, they gave him the first round. I don't know how. They gave him the first round. And I was just like, Lubin, where's your spirit? Where's your fighting motivation, bro? Lubin likes to fight. He likes to go out there. If he could fight Fundora the way he fought Sebastian Fundora, if he could fight Sebastian Fundora in that fashion, this dude ain't nobody. But he went out there backing up, just like Jermell Charlo. Went out there backing up. Now, you can see how crispy Lubin was when he did punch. He was accurate as hell. So you could tell that and then he started pivoting. Let's say in the second half, he started pivoting. He didn't even go back to the ropes. I said, this dude here is faking, man. I mean, he started pivoting on Ramos. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, shit. I was like, come on, man. I mean, he started just like Terrence Crawford be pivoting. You know how he pivot, you know what I'm saying? So he don't have to go, his back don't go to the rope. That's what he started doing to Ramos, and that's how I knew it was fake. I was like, I knew it was fake, man. I was like, man, you got all them skills. Yeah, Ramos won by 8 rounds. You know what I'm saying? I gave it to Ramos. I said, man, Ramos outworked you, man. And you was going back to the corner like you a zombie or something. Like your mind was, you know what I'm saying, outside the ring somewhere, man. I just couldn't. I think we got cheated last night. I feel cheated. I want my money back. Mike Rhythm said, what's up, everybody? What's going on? So we're just going over these damn stupid fights, man. I think the Ugas Mars, but that was probably about the most entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I did watch a few of the prelims. Frank Sanchez, you know, he's gonna be trash, bro. That guy's gonna be trash. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get knocked out. I mean, he already got the George Jefferson thing going on, and that's not attractive at all. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, when you want to fight, he already looked like he old. You know, so he's 31 years old. He balled like George Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? I can't see him being heavyweight champion of the world looking like George Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? No, he's not moving on up, bro. He's not doing it. They moved him slow as hell. You need to go sit down somewhere. He ain't got no power. You know, he beat F.A. I predicted he would beat F.A. because F.A. ain't got no skills. He's slow as shit. You know what I'm saying? I knew he would beat F.A. You know, F.A. is just big as shit. And if you stand in front of him, he will knock you out. He said, I don't expect to see Ugas in the top fights as a measuring stick anymore. Of course, he's a dying gatekeeper. So he should be. He's been a gatekeeper. So he should be a gatekeeper for up and coming fighters. He's always been that. He's always been that. You know what I'm saying? They really kind of gave Sean Porter one. I thought he knocked Sean Porter down in that fight, and Ugas was like really giving it to Sean. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Sean could get up for a Ugas fight. You know what I'm saying? He really couldn't get up for that dude. But they gave it to Sean Porter. Ugas, he had his time, man. He's just an older guy. He's 37 years old. And, he put his time in. So it's time for him to wrap it up. Wrap him, put the gloves, hang him up, Calm down and relax. It sounds like Barrios was Bud reincarnation. Exactly, man. That whatever I told you, whatever they got going on in Snack, you know what I'm saying? It's something really suspicious, because these guys are coming out the gate looking like Captain America and shit, looking like super boxers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a little bit extra pep in their step, a little bit more speed, you know what I'm saying? A little bit more power, because Marius Berg was just strong. I mean, he was slowly just breaking Ugas down, bro. I'm talking about, and them hands were super, super fast. He said EJ beat everything. Yeah, I think so too. I think EJ, Roman and Emily Jones says EJ beat everything out of Ugas. And we also really don't know how old he is. We never know how old Cuban boxers are, man. It's like them niggas could be like 60 years old, man. They still be having that same look. You know what I'm saying? It's like it takes years for a Cuban boxing to age. I think it's the sugar cane. There's something inside the sugar cane or something inside those damn cigars, you know what I'm saying? Something to keep them young looking, He said, sounds like Mario Boris. Okay, yeah, read that. He says, Ugas need to, yeah, I think so too. He needs to retire. It says, calm down, relax, say. He says, laugh out loud. What's over in Snack? He said, the inventor told us what's going on. You can do nowadays. It's funny that you can do everything illegal right out in public and people just ignore it. Because if people, if they don't like you, they don't care. They don't really care. Let me see. He says, what's the Spirit says, Sergey, the same guy that actually killed a fighter that he boxed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The Crusher was bad boy, man. He could box, man. He was really good at, he was really good. He was who was that? Not that was I'm thinking of not Bernard Hopkins at the ring. That was Joe what's his name? I was thinking Sergey did that, but he didn't. That wasn't him. He just beat Bernard. Ugas still a warrior. I think so. I think he's one of the last clean fighters that's out there. Spirit says, once again, I believe I'm saying this. He said, I like to see another Marius Barrios fight with top contender after seeing what he did to Ugas. I would like to see him fight Thurman, to tell you the truth. I would like them to run it back. Thurman, he just want a big fight so he can go lay down. Thurman, so he's a really, he really got a great reputation as far as his fighting ability, but where he at in this point in his career right now, he's just looking for a big money. He's just looking for big money. So that might be another disappointment waiting to happen. He says, Lubin really lost that for real. He says, I ain't mad about it. Just saying, I think he lost too. I mean, ain't nothing to be mad about. I mean, we honest over here, bro, but tell me what you see. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to say what it is, it is what it is, you know. Yeah. You know, Spence says Lubin has constantly mentioned that he wants to be a world champion. So he'll continue to take tough fights back to back, win or lose, to be in contention for it. Yeah, it's just how he's going to get back. Well, you know, he might get that Charlo fade. You know, since Charlo got to come back and fight Crawford down at 154, he's talking about. I think he called them out after the fight. He called out Bud Crawford, and you know, I hope Bud Crawford don't think that that's the real Jermell that he saw. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Bud Crawford was fooled by that. I don't think he was fooled by that. I mean, if I could see it, if I could see what I saw, and I could see through all that bull crap, I think Terrence Crawford could see it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he saw the bag. That's why he want that Canelo money. You know, because it's an easy bag to get. It's an easy bag. Do you think Canelo could hit Crawford with them same punches and stuff? You know what I'm saying? You know, just to take a couple of little midsection punches and stuff and lose the fight to make 20 mil. Come on, man. That's an easy hustle right there. That's an easy hustle. Yeah, man. Did you? Yeah, sure. He said he told that nigga his mouth. Yeah, that broadcaster, the one who on Morning Combat. I don't know his name, but yeah, he told him that teeth looked like he had like a rotten jack-o'-lantern, bro. I was like, oh my god. I was riding in the truck back, man. I was like, oh my god, he did not just say that on air, bro. Oh, that shit had me rolling. I said that, you know, I just wish I was looking at the comments. I have never heard nothing like that on the airways. He says Canelo is a coward, man, overrated, simple. I think so too, for sure. Smooth for sure. I think that's true. You know, Spirit says you fight Ugas, you target that eye, make it easy on yourself. Yeah, man. Ugas is still slick though, man. He still got some moves. It's just that he never carried a lot of power. But what he is he's consistent at what he does, you know what I'm saying? And if you fall into it, because he was catching a lot of that stuff that Barrios was throwing at him. He was doing, his defense was good, man. He's just kicked it up another level. And once he started working on it, breaking Ugas down to the body and to the head, catching him, really he was catching them with them little little jabs, man, them stinging jabs. His jab was exceptional in this fight. I was like about to jump up. I said, man, this dude is like, I'm talking about like, man, he was throwing them damn jabs like Ali, man. I'm talking about them things was just fast and sting. I was like, who is this guy? Who is this dude? And then he was switching the jab into a little short hook. Then he was throwing a little up jab on the inside. Man, I was like, God damn. And the shit, he would hit Ugas with a left hook and then go to the body with a right hook. And then he would try to come up with an uppercut, and he would do that, and Ugas couldn't do nothing about it. I was like, man, this Barrios, I would like to see him fight Tank again. I would like to see, but I know he's at 147. But I think that with his new improved skills, he might give Tank some problems, bro. You know what I'm saying? This new improved Barrios will probably give Tank Davis some issues, bro. But I think he's too big right now. Greek says to hell with them pool. He says we agree with your take on man. You know, I never liked the way Canelo do in his fights. You know, they rather believe that a man who dropped belts at 160, you know what I'm saying, a man, the WBC, when Jermell Charlo wanted to fight him, a man who abandoned the belt when they ordered that fight, you know what I'm saying, to move up. They made a franchise championship belt for this guy. They changed the clitoral levels, you know what I'm saying, for this guy. And they really believe that this guy is real. This dude is really like a goddamn superhero out of a comic book. You know what I'm saying? They have changed all the rules of boxing for this one dude who got caught cheating. You know what I'm saying? Who got busted. I mean, you can't make this shit up. What's going on? Who's real in the building, brother? You can't make this shit up. Motherfuckers' gloves all wop like Terrence Crawford. This nigga got a wop glove. His glove is normal challenged. You know what I'm saying? Up in the ring with the goddamn string cut from it. Like he's sliding his hand back and forth out the damn glove and shit. They squeezing him and pushing the glove on and pushing it out of position, pushing it back in position. Yeah, go watch the fight, man. It's like, bro, if they don't get out of here with this illegal shit, you know what I'm saying, hitting EJ. Why do you think EJ face was all busted up like Wilder? You know what I'm saying? All bust knots on his head and shit. You know what I'm saying? This dude glove and go back. Now we got to go back and we got to watch. We got to go back and we got to look at all his other fights where his glove is vertical in the air, you know. And he's doing all these illegal tactics, elbows and punches behind the head. What's going on, Mr. AMG? Yeah, punches behind the head. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know, boxing is getting to the point where, you know, it's just corrupt. He says Canelo looked so upset with Charlo during the championship rounds. He says, like round 11, he said Charlo wasn't putting up a fight. He didn't even make it look good. You know, yeah. I mean, you know, I guess, you know what I'm saying, if you sign a contract where you got to have one hand tied behind your back, you know what I'm saying, it's like you can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, hey man, you know, you do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm finna get this money. I'm halfway there or over halfway there. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get paid and we're gonna forget about it. Yeah, man. Let me see. He says, live your truth. He says, boxing has always been like this. Tyson, Ali, Floyd, Fury, all had fixed fights. Nothing new. Sports is pure entertainment. You know, I'm starting to believe it, live your truth. Starting to really believe it. He says, man, all the real niggas falling. Ain't that the truth? He says, I miss Jermell, man. Jamal, man. Yeah, but one of the things, you see how happy he was on the side over there? You know what I'm saying? Even though his brother lost, you see how happy he was? That's a telltale sign right there. You know what I'm saying? That this was a fixed fight. That's a telltale sign. You know, he said Charlo ain't want to make it look good by the late round because Canelo was showing off too much. He said right after the fight, Mel responded irritated to Canelo when Canelo said, "You're a great fighter." You know what I'm saying? He says, yep, none of the Jermell shots kept Canelo off. It was BS. He wasn't committing to any shots at all, not at all. And when he did, you saw Canelo would back off. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. He would back off, and then he would go right back into the same acting. You know what I'm saying? So it was just very disappointing. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be subjected to that kind of bullshit in boxing. Pay too much money. He says Charlo fought like a punk. He fought like he was paid off, bro. He said that boy dove better than Rey Mysterio. He said he came to get a check. That's all. That's it. They hustled us. This was one of them hustles, you know. You know, you just don't think that the people at the top would do something like that, but shit, that's where the money at. So, you know, if it's an easy bag to grab, and you know what I'm saying, it's like taking candy from a baby, you know, because we so obsessed about boxing over here, and they know we're gonna pay the money. So, you know, I guess they say, why not grab it? You know, say why not go ahead and take advantage of the situation? And that's what he did. He said Charlo fought like his only goal was not to get knocked out, not to win. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't in the contract, bro. You know, why in the hell would Canelo Alvarez take a fight with Jermell Charlo? That don't make no sense. You know, not the way he fight. You know what I'm saying? IFF, what's happening? He said, wasn't expecting any excitement, didn't even try to watch any of the build-up for the fight. He said fighters coming off long layoff or not winning fights. He says the only fighter who could do that was Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Floyd was exceptional in his preparation. Floyd was just his ego wouldn't allow him to lose or to you know, say fight one of these setups. You know what I'm saying? If it was going to be a setup, he set it up. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that was going to happen. He said, stop financially supporting the fraudulent sport of boxing. Oh, my God. Alex Shields Jones says Thurman would gladly lay down for Canelo. You know, of course. He would gladly lay down for Bud Crawford, too. What's going on, Sir DeRule? He said, I think the fight was fixed. I do, too. He said, Charlo looked like he wasn't even trying and probably was. He wasn't. I mean, you look, if you go back and watch, I want everybody to go back and watch every Jermell Charlo fight. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, see, people want you to believe. See, this is what people want you to believe. They believe if you step in the majestic presence of Canelo Alvarez, then all of a sudden you forget how to fight. The moment is too big for you. You know what I'm saying? Because he's such a dynamic, you know what I'm saying, presence in boxing. You know what I'm saying? If you can withstand, it's almost like he's God. You know what I'm saying? Like when you step into his presence, you know, you're nervous and you freeze and all this kind of stuff, man. That is total bullshit. These guys came up together. You know what I'm saying? Jermell don't have no kind of fear or psychological fear of Canelo. They're peers. They've been in the sport the same amount of time. And Jermell fought harder competition. You know what I'm saying? Triple G wasn't shit. Triple G never was shit. And he fought Triple G when he was old. You know, Triple G is a good fighter, but he ain't fight no Bernard Hopkins, no Roy Jones Jr. He wouldn't even existed during those times. He would have never fought no Andre. Why do you think he didn't fight Andre Ward? Because he would have got exposed. You know what I'm saying? Andre Ward is real with the skills. You know what I'm saying? But they made a big propaganda deal where, you know, Andre, we offered him to fight. He didn't want to fight. I'm like, bro, y'all, HBO made Andre Ward move up. You know what I'm saying? Because they did not want Triple G, because that's when they started getting into the European markets. You know what I'm saying? They're tired of looking at these Negroes win all these championships, you know? It's like it's time to, you know what I'm saying, get some European blood up in him. And Triple G, that's when they built him up. And, you know, and they would only allow Canelo Alvarez, you know what I'm saying, to get in there and give it a go. You know, so they ain't want no Wards going in there knocking out Triple G. And that's another, I mean, look at the pattern. Look at the pattern. Look at how Canelo pick his people to fight. Everybody talking about everybody hate Canelo. They hate Canelo because he's fake, bro. Mm-hmm. They don't like Canelo because he's fake, man. Them fights setups. You know. He says, ask, what you say, Alex Shrill says, Shrill Jones says, they asked Barrios if he targeted the eye. He said no. So that means he wasn't even trying, you know. But Mars, he looked great last night, man. Whatever they got going on that snack, you know what I'm saying? That shit is powerful. It's very powerful. You know, so they got these guys fighting, man, on a whole nother level. Tell you that. And, you know, Errol Spence Jr. better get over there with Victor Conte. You know what I'm saying? Get some of that snack pack. He better get on it, man. You know what I'm saying? Or Bud gonna be smoking on him and shit on his next fight at 154. That's what's gonna end up happening if your boy don't get it together. You know, he says, but they say that Errol Spence Jr. is with Blu-ray. So I have some hope that EJ's gonna get back on the winning column. He said Alex Shear Jones says Morris was test running his first snack fight. Exactly. You know, and he looked good doing it too. He said Conte said Mario don't whip him too bad or they'll really start asking questions. Exactly. I bet you it'll come out at some point in time. Cooking with Frank, what's going on, my brother? He says Jermell wasn't in there fighting like what was it? Gerlero? What's his name? Rigondeaux. He says Jermell was in there fighting. He wasn't as bad as Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux ain't even let the man, what's Casemiro? He didn't even let Casemiro anywhere near him, bro. He was just like, pew, he was gone. That was one of the worst fights I've ever seen, you know. Christopher John he said a very forgettable fight last night. He said Jermell looked very ordinary. Said he fought like a man that believed in his past reputation. he fought like a man that took a dive, bro. That's what he fought like. You know, that fight to me, you know what I'm saying, it really ruined, you know, his legacy. You know, it ruined his legacy because, you know, he's a guy that went through the fire. He had one of the hardest undisputed runs that I've seen, you know, say in the modern era of boxing. You know, so he had to go in there and he had to fight some real punchers. You know, so he had to fight some guys like Tony Harrison. That dude was really good, man. When it came to boxing, he had to fight Rosario. You know what I'm saying? He had to fight some tough characters in there, and for him to go out like this, you know, it's just a bad look. It's a bad look, you know. He said, I think I still got Mill over Bud. Mill took the money, but he ain't gonna bow down versus Bud. Yeah, that's a grudge match. That's that shit where that's really gonna bring out the best in Mill. You know, I think Bud. I think you got to watch Bud because he's slick. You know, he's slick. He got the glove shit going on. You know, he's gonna have to really watch what Bud's gonna do because he, you know, Bud ain't gonna fight you straight up, bro. He's not. He's gonna use snack. He's gonna use, you know, anything he could use in his resources to get the edge in the fight. And it's gonna be interesting to see what he do because now people are on to the gloves. They're on to, you know, saying the weird shit that he's doing. You know, it's gonna, and then you got EJ who's gonna be at a higher weight class, you know what I'm saying, who's not probably gonna have the rib injury to contend with. So it's gonna be interesting to see what, you know, if they watch those gloves and make sure they make Bud come in, you know what I'm saying, you know, in a fair, you know what I'm saying, like straight up with no tricks and no you know, no extras. Because if you got snack in your blood already, you know what I'm saying, why do you need all this other shit, man? It's like you already got gifts and you already got skills. Why you need all this other shit? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to come in with a fishnet in his next fight? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to do that in his next fight to catch the big fish? Or is he going to go in there and get his ass whipped? You know what I'm saying? We're going to see. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see. He says, they're about to serve up Barrios to Boots, man. He better leave Boots alone, man. Boots is he's just super hungry, man. And this dude out there chopping wood. This dude is out there training like them old legendary boxers like Jack Johnson. And he stays in the gym. He's almost like he's like an old school fighter. He don't need no help, bro. You know what I'm saying? This kid here is just so focused on fighting. It's like if you're an old head boxer, you know what I'm saying, you like one of the older guys like Errol Spence, but you don't want to fight nobody. But they were talking about Bud was gonna give him a chance though. I was like, bro, he just be talking shit though. He don't be real with it. He is not. But I would have a lot of respect for Bud Crawford if he gave Jermell Booth Sanders that fight. I would give him a lot of credit. He says Bud gonna ask for what you said. Bud is gonna ask for. He's gonna ask for Barrios. Yeah, I hope not. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think he's ready for that level yet. He's looking better, but he don't look like he's on that level. He says Bud said cooking with Frank said Bud said Errol ain't a Hall of Famer, so Bud still hasn't done anything. Yeah, he's very jealous. I think Bud Crawford is very jealous of EJ, that the love that he get from his fans. You know, I think he's really pissed off that he don't have the same fan base or the same, you know, level of fans that EJ got. I think he's really pissed off about that. So he's always trying to tear down or poke at Errol Spence Jr. So he's always trying to any shot that he could do against, you know, when he said that Bones fought better than EJ, that's because you cheated, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's because you cheated, man. You went in there, jacked up on shit, and with that funny glove, and you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're gonna see some dumb ass shit like that. Walking around with your chest puffed out. That can show you how despicable that dude is. No honor, no integrity. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't support him. That's why I can't support him. Y'all can support him. I just ain't doing it. You know. He says, Bud ain't fighting Boots. He'd rather talk shit to Thurman. Once again, a duck. Once again, he don't see when you see, just like Tyson Fury, you know, when he was over here and he was trying to avoid Deontay Wilder, he was getting beat up and sparring by Jared Anderson, you know, and his dad was crying and everything, but you know, we shouldn't have the fight. And he ran over to England so he can get his juice, so he can get all his little tricks lined up, you know. And I said to myself, I said, when Tyson Fury go over there, he's going to get ready. He's going to be ready. He's going to be talking shit then. But when he was in America, where everybody could watch his ass and stuff, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't talking that shit. He didn't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got these guys who would never fight you until they get their advantage lined up. And Terrence Crawford is one of them. He's not going to fight you when you're active. He's not going to fight you, you know what I'm saying, when you're at your best. He's going to fight you when you're at your worst. You know what I'm saying? And even then, you know, that's why I call Bud Crawford the Black Canelo. He says, Alex Shear Jones says, Bud, the only dude who has so much controversy but still get defended like he's a god. Yeah, because they don't like the PBC. They don't like EJ. I don't understand. I don't understand why they don't like EJ. You know, he only went out and fought the fights that people wanted him to see fight. But Bud Crawford, you know what I'm saying, he don't want to fight Thurman or Danny Garcia. Talking about they ducked him and they froze him out. Nigga, you was at top rank. You was at top rank. They wasn't at top rank. They all the action was over at the PBC, and you re-signed with top rank. So what is he talking about? This is another reason why I don't like Bud Crawford, because he's dishonest. You know what I'm saying? He's dishonest, and he pushed these narratives like he's always been ducked. And you know, everybody was really disappointed when he went back to the top rank. Everybody was really pissed off. Y'all remember back in 2018 when everybody was waiting for Bud Crawford to come over to the PBC and fight everybody, and he re-signed with a top rank, and everybody like, man, what is he doing, bro? And that's when you knew he was different, bro. That's when you knew he was different. He says, all Bud Mama has to do, cooking with Frank, all Bud Mama has to do is tell him she loves him. Imagine what she would say to him if he loses. You know what I'm saying? You know, well, you know, when that ghetto kid become rich, you know what I'm saying, that's when these little ratchet hood moms, you know what I'm saying, that's when they start being proud of their sons and stuff, you know. Once they make good, and you know what I'm saying, she can buy a new wig every month. You know what I'm saying? He says, Cooking with Frank says, Bud fans are the type of dudes who walk around with a sandwich in their pocket full of well, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy as hell, man. You know, but I'm hoping that look like they may push the second fight back between Errol and Bud. You know, they still trying to negotiate what the terms are. But that's gonna be a good one. I don't know how much money or anything, you know, saying it's gonna do, because boxing fans are just kind of exhausted, bro. You know what I'm saying? People are tired of looking at these fights that are not competitive. You got the fans that really act like they don't see this bullshit for what it is. And for me, I'm just like, you know, I'm tired of Snack being up in here, messing up the true legacy of boxing, and all these guys cheating and trying to get by. Because, you know, Bud Crawford, he don't have that kind of power. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got skills and stuff, but what we saw, bro, that was a different Bud Crawford. That was a different Errol Spence Jr. that we saw in the ring out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to see a fair match, you know what I'm saying, between two great champions. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we get that anymore? Why can't we get Roger Mayweather and Pernell Whitaker? Why we can't get those kind of fights no more? You know what I'm saying? And two dudes don't like each other, but they duke it out in the ring. Why can't we get that? You know what I'm saying? Errol never should have catered to Bud. He said Bud is a dirtbag type dude with no honor. Never gave a dude like that an advantage. Yeah, he's hood. They think like from the streets or something. Like, if you notice that the fighters that went to the Olympics, they fight with a code of honor. People who've been to the Olympics, you know what I'm saying, they fight with a code of honor. The people who didn't go to the Olympics, they fight like street. You know what I'm saying? They have a street type mentality. You know what I'm saying? Just like Tyson. Tyson got a street like mentality. You know? What's going on? Alex Shrew Jones said he's cooking with Frank. He says Errol fell for Bud traps. For real, it sucks. Errol didn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Well, you're naive. You're naive. You know, I was hoping he was making all the right moves, but I think he let Undisputed blind him to the dirty tricks. I think same with Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? He knows. One thing about Deontay Wilder, he's smart. He knows that there's a lot of guys doing juice. And he talked about that. You know, he didn't say who was doing the juice, but he said he knows there's a lot of guys that he fight against are doing juice. Let me see. Charles Young said, if Spence take that fight at 147 again, he said, I'm done with him. Ain't no telling, bro. B-Dog said, you can't be sportsmanlike with a guy like Bud. Of course not. His whole reputation is built off of what people think of him, you know, from around Omaha. You know what I'm saying? He wants the love for the people, but he don't have the personality for it. He said, Alex, yeah, he said Errol was too thirsty and Bud was still back hissing like the snake. So he's waiting to strike. Well, I'm just surprised with all that time, man, that he wasn't more diligent. If I was EJ, I would have got Blu-ray and I would have been training my ass off. So when I come in, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking like Goku. You know what I'm saying? Like my body, you know what I'm saying, my mind, my spirit, you know what I'm saying, had all the energy. He came in there looking flat. And I don't know what the hell happened in sparring, but whatever it was, I would have called fight up. I would have postponed it. You see how many times Virgil Ortiz postponed the fight. Alex Shrew Jones says, cooking with Frank. Yep, he said he knew EJ was struggling with the weight and purposely asked for more and delayed it. He says, no, man, Mel ain't he said, no, Mel ain't take a dive. He said that was a different type of power we experienced in Canelo. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think Canelo put enough power punches to really make a difference. I mean, you can see in the fight, by the end of the fight, Mel was taking them shits up close. And he still wasn't affecting him. Nah, you could tell when power like really affects somebody. You know, he didn't even look scared when Canelo was throwing them punches and stuff. He didn't look scared or nothing. He was just bracing himself. He said, cooking with Frank says they got to do Olympic drug testing and closely monitor Bud gloves even during the fight. Then we will see if Bud is that guy. I agree. I think they should go with USADA. I think they should, because remember when Amy Baumgardner she requested they use VADA, but they didn't go with VADA. They went with USADA, and guess what happened, y'all? Guess what happened? She requested VADA, but they went with USADA, and guess what? You know what I'm saying? She had about 15 flavors of goddamn sterile banned substances up in our ass. GoFlow said, you right. You said hard to throw punches when you're too busy bracing yourself. You know, Canelo, he didn't throw in combination, man. I'm like, that's how you know this shit was fixed, bro. How you gonna beat a guy throwing one punch at a time? Hi, I mean, you can't really even cut the ring off on Jermell. You couldn't even cut the ring off. Mel, let him catch up. Too fake to be real, bro. Yeah. Yeah, Tebow 77. Jermell Charlo sold the fight, y'all, for a big paycheck and a big payday. That's all it was. That's all it was. It ain't no way. He wasn't scared. He wasn't intimidated. He was just walking around the ring, throw a couple of jabs, take a couple of body shots, went down on one to ensure Canelo win. That was ridiculous. He says, Cooking with Frank says, yeah, she got popped by another agency outside of VADA. Yeah, USADA. He says you want to see Errol versus the regular Bud, not the Bud Roy. Yeah, that's what I say too. That's what I say. But man, I gotta get out of here today, y'all. But we'll come back tomorrow, man. I gotta hit the road, man. I see you guys. You know what I'm saying? See if I can come on back on here tomorrow, man. I appreciate everybody coming through. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get on here down this road. I gotta run. But I appreciate everybody, man. You know what I'm saying, for stopping through. And, you know, we're gonna be coming back on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no long run. I just got a little short run. I see you guys, man, in the next one, man. It's like Tebow 77, man. Hey, man, keep on coming through, man, when I'm on, man. I appreciate you. See you guys in the next one, man. I got to get up out of here. Peace out. Mm-hmm.